democracy allows for fair hearing. This is reckless. This is ungodly.
When news break, we engage experts in critical analysis.
Do you see your party coming into power come 2019?
This administration will succeed and succeed well.
You cannot be running a 4-year tenure like you are running a 20-year tenure.
He has done fairly well, especially where insurgency and terrorism is concerned.
Then it gets controversial.
They have a right to their opinion. Can we, very interesting gentlemen, just hold on.
I am about principle and I am about fortune.
Now, you see, let me say this.
So that our soldiers will be free. We should also ask for justification.
Core Digest, your #1 program for current issues. Welcome back on the program. Well, our first segment this morning, we'll be talking about tackling insurgency in the country at the moment. The FG's recipe. Well, President Muhammadu Buhari is to be in Benue today to commiserate with the Benue people concerning the massacre in that particular state. Well, he was in Taraba and is built to also visit Yobe and Rivers State. Well, today we'll be seeing the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, going to Benue to commiserate with the people of the state. Let me start with you, BIMBO. What do you make of this issue of insurgency, the recent killings in the country that we are having at this time under your administration as APC stalwarts?
It's let me say, I believe very strongly in the sanctity of life and life. My heart goes out to the families who have lost their loved ones, and that. And my worry is this: not if one life is lost, it's bad enough. But then we have hundreds of lives now, and then we need to begin to ask ourselves questions why that is happening. And I'll give you a little bit of a story. In 2011, when I got into the parliament, the first motion of the 7th Assembly House of Representatives was moved by yours truly. And the title of that motion was Emerging Threats to Internal Security and the Need to Set Up a Department of Homeland Security. It wasn't this bad then. I ran by the principles of Aititekwekairoko to bad Dagbaton, Oman Gbebo.
Can you interpret that?
Absolutely. When you do not prune the branches of the Iroko tree early enough, when that Iroko tree acquires its fullest stature, it would demand obeisance from you. That's the meaning. Now we're paying obeisance today. So everything that we've seen today, and this is not a matter of sour grapes, this is not a matter of, oh, now you're there, fix it. Only bitoti fakotoso. It didn't just start today. Yes, you say Chibok started under President Jonathan, and here we have Dapchi. It was a seed that was planted at some point. And that seed now has grown up so much and then acquire a fuller stature, and then we're dealing with it. If we are taking that motion that day, because I remember that the then speaker now, Governor Sokoto State, everybody said, no, we need to go to executive session to discuss this. And when we went to executive session, our members as a rookie parliamentarian, this was like 1 month into our tenure as parliamentarian. And then they said, no, it was a touchy issue. No. Do we even know whether there's Boko Haram inside the chamber? And then we reverted to plenary, and they said, oh, go and withdraw that, go and step down that motion. And I said, no. And I told them, I said, the chroniclers of history are here. Let it be known and said that I've put this motion on the table. I am not going to withdraw it, but I'm going to step it down. Because I want... Now, fast track to today, so many years later. Look at the number of lives we've lost and all of that. Until we go back to our security architecture. Until we go back that. And listen, before 9/11, America did not have Department of Homeland Security. What Homeland Security does is standing basically on 2 or 3 legs. 1, to deepen intelligence. And 2, to be proactive. And then 3, to work on local realities. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure that is being done. And so many one of the things that is even bothering me is the poor intra-agency cooperation. Look at the case of Dapchi. Somebody said, oh, I told them we're pulling out of here. You take over from there. And then there was a break, and those guys capitalized on it. How do you explain 5,000 people coming to a school over 6 hours drive, over a journey of 6 hours drive, and they were not deep report? Now, I believe very strongly that this administration, particularly, headed by a man who has a background in the military, should double up.
Okay, we have to go on this break, and when we come back, well, BIMBO and here we'll talk more concerning this issue of insecurity in the country vis-a-vis what this present administration is doing concerning tackling insurgency in the country, and definitely we were talking ahead of the governorship election in EKITI. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.